And we are up and running on another fun episode of Photoshop Party. Welcome to April 26th. That means we got 5 weeks left to West Coast school. I am ready to go and have some fun. I can't wait. How many people are going? Jeannie, you're not going to West Coast school?
Well, my doctor had scheduled me for a surgery for right before that. So
Nope, no excuse. Move on.
it kind of put a damper on things.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Well, we're going to have fun without you, whether you like it or not. So,
Well, send some of the fun my way so that I can
we'll see what we can do for you.
enjoy it remotely.
Okay. Can everybody see my screen there?
Yes.
Yes.
It says Miller's Professional Imaging. Just to let you know, I am sponsored by Miller's, not during this, but I am at West Coast School, and every time I go out and speak. And I don't put them up there just because I'm sponsored. I love Miller's. The customer service rocks. The quality is good. If you ever have a problem and the quality is not good, contact customer service. They will fix it and FedEx it to you the next day. I've never had a problem with them. So there you go with that one. So we'll click on there. Coming soon to a place near you, West Coast School. I can't wait. It's going to be June 5th through the 10th. So we're going to go Sunday afternoon through Friday, and we're going to have a good time. Right now, I've got 6 in my class right now, I believe, and looking for a few more so we can get it up to 8. 0 to 60 in a week with Photoshop. The stuff we've gone over last few years, we're going to do some of that, but we're also going to do a whole lot more. I've got a 3-ring binder full of stuff to help you with, so we're going to have a good time. Today, we are going to talk about color matching and things like that, but before that, Ira was having a problem with Photoshop when you hit Command or Control 0, that it didn't take it up to full screen. And I was just curious, is that still happening to you, Ira?
Yes. And I went back to previous versions and indeed it does work. So I'm not quite sure what's happening with this version.
What you might be able to do is go to Edit to Keyboard Shortcuts.
I did do that.
And it says Command 0 for that.
Open up File. That's where I looked. No. And I don't see something that says excuse me, enlarge to full screen to put it in.
Let's see.
The Control 0 actually opens.
If you hit Control O, it opens. If you hit Control 0,
it opens the same way. So they're both the same. And I'm not sure how to change it.
Okay. So if you could find in keyboard shortcuts,
right,
I will dig to see where it is in here.
Okay, you can just let me know.
Yeah.
If I have to make another shortcut, that's fine too.
We could. So if you hit Command 0, it opens or it does nothing?
No, it opens Explorer. I have a PC. They both open Explorer, Command 0 or Control 0 and Control
okay.
O, both do the same thing.
Then we'll go to File, Open, change Open to Command O. Make sure this one is set to Command O.
Right.
And
now where's the other one that I could have enlarge the image though?
That's where I got to find it. I don't know for sure. In
fair
the
enough.
menu. I will dig and find it for you and let you know.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Yep. So if anybody else had any problems, feel free to let me know. So if I'm down like this and I hit Command or Control 0, it makes it full screen. If I hit Command O, it opens up the open file.
Right.
So, okay, we'll move on and see what we can do and get that fixed. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks.
this beautiful young lady, Amy, had a little bit of a tan line. She plays soccer. Her shoulders, obviously she wore t-shirts while she's playing out in the bright sun, and she's got some hellacious tan. And we need to match the white to the tan or the tan to the white. I'm thinking I'm going to make her look more tan because her face is tanned. It'd be a whole lot easier to make everything tan and not make everything white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my color picker tool, which is under the eyedropper tool. It is the third one down. It says color sampler tool. And I'm going to click on the area that we like, which is the tan. So I'm going to click on the tan, and you can see it gives me image or test number 1. We'll go to the white area above there and click on it, and it gives me number 2. So that makes it super easy for us to fix this now. Well, not super easy, but it's easy once you know the secret. I'm going to hit my drop down at the bottom of my layers panel for my image adjustments, my adjustment layers, and I'm going to go to curves. And on curves, I'm going to click on the hand or the finger right here and make sure that my curve box is selected, not the mask. And I'm going to shift control or shift command click on number 2, which is where we want to fix, and click OK. And it didn't give me my box like it's supposed to. Let's move this down here. Move the properties there. And what it should do, it should give me a dot on the, you can see it on the window there for the properties on the curves adjustment layer. There's a dot there. But what it should do is should lock in, but it's not doing that for some reason. I don't know why. You hit Command Shift or Control Shift for what you want to fix. We'll go to the red channel, and you can see I have my dot up there, which is good. And it gives me the input and the output. This is for what I clicked up here. The input and output on number 1 is what you want to make it match. So I have my input and output at the bottom of the properties right here, my input and output of number 1. So output is for red channel R, it's going to be 161. So I'll hit 161, and that made it really good. Green should go to 122. So I'll highlight it 122. And then blue should go to 110. And that does not look like it's supposed to. Wow. Something ain't right there. Close that and try it again. Say goodbye. Okay, we have clicked on 1, we've clicked on 2, curves adjustment layer. I'm going to click on the hand tool, Command Shift click there. We'll go to red. From 195, we'll change it to 161. Green, we'll change it to 123. And blue will change to 110. That looks more realistic. So don't click on the there, just click on the mask for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. But you can see that this is now tanned, but this is now super tanned. So we're going to fix that. And on my layer mask, I am going to hit Command I, or you can fill it with black, either one. I'm going to hit Command I to reverse from white to black. And then I'm going to take my brush tool. I'm going to make a large soft edge brush. So 0% opacity. And we're going to make it a little bit smaller. And we're going to make it at 20%. You could do 100%. I'll put it up at 100. And I'm going to paint with white. So I'll exchange the colors by hitting X. And when I do at 100%, it is like overdone. So Command Z, hit 2 for 20. Makes it easy to do a quick exchange there. And you can see it's just doing a light change, and I'm doing a second coat on, and now a third coat. And then I'll do the neck and chest area, put a couple of coats of paint on her, do the right shoulder, we'll do a couple of coats of paint on her. And the areas that have a little bit too much, we can go in with the white or with the black brush. We'll exchange the colors again with using the X key. And just kind of tone those down a little bit where they overlap. And if you still need more, okay, we'll give a little bit more up there. And then you have before and after. So we're matching the tan lines, matching the color with her. Would you like me to do that one more time?
Please.
If you said please, I will be happy to do that.
Would you start from the beginning? How did you get the color picker 1 and 2? I've only done color picker with just one color.
Okay, I would do color picker 1 and 2. Let me go back. In fact, let's just do this. Go to history. Click on the start up there. And so we're back at the very beginning. And what I will do is I will go to my color picker, which is under the eyedropper tool right there. Color sample tool, which is the middle one. And I'm going to click on the area that I like, the lower part of her arm. So we'll click there. That gives me sample number 1. I'll go up to the white spot on her arm, click there. That gives me sample number 2. So now I have the 2 samples there. And if you decide you want to change locations on them, you can just drag it around wherever you want it. If you decide, I don't like that at all, hold the Option key, hover over it, and you can see the scissors pop up, and you go click, and the scissors cut it out.
Can you do more than 2 samples?
2, 3,
Okay,
4. I can.
yeah. I was just thinking, she's got a darker area on the side of her arm that you might want to bring up where the dark area shows above.
Like right in here.
No, I'm talking about her left arm, the one we're looking at on the right. Right to the right of your sample, there's a dark, yeah. And
Okay.
below it, you see what I'm talking about?
And
Yeah.
what I would do is get that color to match right there.
Yeah, that's what
And if I
thought.
need to, what I can do after I do the light colors, I can go and sample the dark and just do a line across there as well.
Mhm, mhm.
So we've got sample 1, sample 2. And what I will do is go to my curves adjustment layer. Click on curves. Make sure, this is crucial, that you click on this little hand right here, the sampler tool. Click and drag to modify the curve. Well, we're not going to modify the curve. We're just going to click on that. And I don't know why it needs to be done, but that needs to be done before we do anything. And then what we will do is we will Command or Control Shift, click on number 2. And I'm hoping it worked this time. Go to red. And it did work. You can see your red dot up there. We'll go to the numbers that are on sample number 1. So we want 166 for red. Hey, why'd you go away? Okay, let's undo that. So we'll delete that, try it again. I don't know why that went away. I probably hit something I shouldn't have. So Command or Control Shift, click.
You didn't hit your hand adjust tool yet.
Thank you, Kevin. Now let's see what happens. I have my red dot there. So we'll go to output. Red is 166 and it's number 1. We'll go to green, which is 126. We will go to blue, which is 112. And you can see again, it gave us that nice dark tan there. So from here, I'll go to my layer mask. I'll invert it. So I'll hit Command I, which makes it go away. Basically, it hides the mask. And then go B for brush. And again, I use 20%. I could probably use 30 or 40 and get away with it, but I like to blend it in as best I can. I'm going to paint with white. And you can see it just kind of starting to take over. And we'll do a second coat to make sure it matches up really well. And it also will change the color of clothing as well. So if I have too close, like the strap right there, I'll just paint it with black to get it back on again. And make sure it's the right color. Make a big brush, go to the right shoulder, paint with white to bring back the colors we need. And her right shoulder is really light because it was where the main light was, so it's brighter than the left. You see, by doing that, it also puts some color on that dark area there.
Right.
So you have before and after. And one of the things, you can pixel peep and go, well, let's see if it shows up. Okay, we got a little bit of coloration there. So we will go to brush and I'll paint with white to get rid of the dark colors there. Nope, I'll paint with black to get rid of the dark colors there. And don't be afraid if you've picked the wrong color, it's okay. And you just hit X and redo it. But if you don't pixel peep and you didn't know that we had added the tan in there, you would never know that we did anything to that.
That's
Everybody
really
got,
nice, Michael.
what's that?
That's really nice. It really changes her look.
It does. It makes her look human again.
Yeah.
So everybody's got that one under control, right?
Yeah, we'll see when I try to do it.
Exactly. Well, you've got my number. You've got my email.
Yeah.
You know where to find me. So we'll Command W to get rid of that. Don't save. And then Cindy sent me 2 images. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, I'm in Bridge. You can't see me because I don't have Bridge up on there right now. I'm going to load files into Photoshop layers. So I'm going to load 2 files on here. And you can see my images now. She sent me this one and this one. And I haven't tried to do this yet. I probably should have practiced on it before I do it, but we're going to see what happens. So what I'm going to do is take the first layer. In fact, you can turn off the second layer without a problem and still do this with the first, I believe. So we'll go to I for eyedropper and I'll hit the option. I'm sorry. I would just hit number 1 there, turn on and hit number 2 there. So you can see number 2 is right here. And it doesn't get much bigger, but it is number 2 there. And number 1 is on the bottom layer. So number 1, the RGB colors are 254, 224, and 19. And then on the top, it's 204, 185, and 8. So let's go ahead and add a curves adjustment layer. Go to adjustment layers to curves. And I will do Command Shift after Thank you, Kevin. I click on the hand. I don't know why it doesn't stay like that all the time, but it doesn't. I wish it did. And we'll hit Command Shift and click in that bright area there and go to the red channel. And we'll take the red to 204. 204. We will go to the green channel, go to 199. We'll go to the blue channel, which is down here, 184 to 10 from 10. And you can see that it changed the yellows on there big time. So what I'll do is just paint on here with my brush after I invert it. So Command I to invert it. And you can see the areas that you want to fix. So we'll go in, we'll fix the yellows first. And it's making them a little bit brighter, but it's also changing the color of the white there, which is okay, I think. Not really. So we'll hit X, get rid of the whites, and just do yellows for now. And that is not even close. It's making them almost white. So that's not good. So we'll throw that in the trash and try it again. So we'll go to history and go back to open again. There should be 2 layers, but there's not. Okay, let me do it from the get-go again. So, whoops, no, quit, don't quit, cancel, Command W, don't save. Let's go to bridge and I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So share screen, desktop, and you can see my bridge right now.
Yes.
Cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Tools, Photoshop, down to Load Files into Photoshop Layers. And now I have both layers. Make it full size. So what we'll do is we'll sample with the eyedropper tool. We'll sample that bright yellow for number 1. Turn on number 2. Okay, it's not going to work that way. So we're going to have to go to plan B. So I'm going to close that, start over again. Sorry about that, folks. I'm experimenting as I go. So I have both of these selected. I'll just hit enter and open them up in different packages. There we go. So let's go to the original that she's going to want, Command 0, sample that. And what we have to remember is, we'll just do a color sample on that. Go to B for brush, option click, make a new layer. And I will put a large sample on the new layer of the color I want at 100%, not 40%. There we go. That's the color that I want to match. So what I'll do is come over here with my eyedropper tool and I will click on there. There's number 1 and number 2 is going to be in the bottom right hand corner. So you can see I've got 1 and 2. Lawrence Welk, a 1 and a 2. And then I will bring up my curves adjustment layer. and I will click on the hand, and then I will option click on the bottom right one. I'm sorry, shift command click. I'm doing so many keyboard shortcuts, it's driving me crazy. So shift control click, and it gives me the numbers I need. Go up to my red channel, and we're going to change the output to 179 in red. Green is going to go to 193. And blue is going to go to 157. And to change these numbers, all you have to do is double click on that and it'll highlight it. You don't have to get rid of the number. Just go ahead and add it in. So if everything goes right, it's not making it super perfect, and I don't know the answer why, but we will find out. Let's go ahead and turn off the yellow there. And that should be a whole lot brighter, but it's not. Okay, red should be at 186. Green should be at 191. I don't know how it changed. That's weird. Blue, 217. And that's still not where I want it. Okay. Number one, 235, 236, 22. So I'm going to cheat and write these down. 255, 236, and 22. If that works. Go back to the original. Go to layers. We're going to go to curves. Click on the hand. Shift command or shift control. Click on there. And then go to red. And that would be 255. Then we'll go to green. That should be 236. We will go to blue. Blue should be 22. And there it disappeared again. And I don't know why it's disappearing on me. I don't know the answer to that one. Any smart people out there?
I have no idea, but couldn't you just clone the first color to the second, put it on another layer and change the mode to color so that would
You
match?
could, but there's different tones in there, so I'm not sure that would work. Let's go to curves, option click, or there we go. Command shift, control shift, click here. Red. We're going to go to 255. Green. We're going to go to 236. Blue. We're going to go to 22. And that's still not getting the bright yellow that we're looking for.
Need to go back to RGB now to show it.
And then we'll invert the mask. So we'll do a Command I. B for brush, make it soft. And take it down to 30% so it fills in quickly. You can see where I brushed there, but there's no change in the color. So Cindy, I think you threw me a curveball. RGB color, 8 bits.
How about trying it with the blue? See whether that, if that might be easier.
We can try the blues, see what happens. So we got the blues. We will go to the eyedropper tool, which is I. Click on there. And that gives me number 2 for right now. So we're at 7, 130 and 237. Go to this one, click here, gives us 4. Get rid of that. Command D to deselect the selection going on there. Curves, click on the hand, Command, Control, Shift, click. And we need 7. Green, we need 130. And blue, we're going to need a whole bunch of blue there at 237. 237. And then invert the mask, Command I. B for brush. And that works on the blue very well. And just keep it in the blue area that you're doing it. So that brightens up your blues there. So before and after. Let me try the yellow one more time. We'll do it in this yellow here. So eyedropper tool, click there. That's going to be number 3. And let me write down the numbers so I don't screw it up. 255, 231, and 20. And then we'll go to the other one. Hit the yellows right there. And my output's gone again. So I don't know why my output, there it is. I don't know why the output disappears all the time, but that's screwing everything up big time. Green is 231 and it disappeared again.
In a meeting.
Seems to be on an area that doesn't have any color. Does that make a difference?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
now
ready
it's
to
there.
I'm ready to give up and quit.
No,
I'm embarrassing myself.
don't quit.
Okay. So what I did, I just painted on top of the previous, which I shouldn't have done. So let's go back, history, new layer, modify curves. So there's your blue. Let's do a new color adjustment on the curves. And we wanted yellow. So we're going to click Command, Shift, click, Control, Shift, click there. Red should be 255. Hit enter. Green should be 231. Enter. Blue should be 22. Enter. And the yellows are bright. I don't know what the yellows are doing, but they're not playing today.
Maybe they're so close in color, you can't really tell the difference until you bring the whites to white, because they're probably close.
No,
to-
they're something's going on with my Photoshop right now, so I'm not even gonna fight it no more.
Michael, you're just experiencing what each one of us experience every freaking day.
Oh, trust me, Dennis, I experience this all the time too.
No
okay.
kidding. High
Especially
frustration.
when you practice it and it works 100 times, and then you get on Zoom and Zoom says, well, watch this. It just,
You know, as a one who frequently teaches a lot as well, I mean, I empathize with you and my heart goes, I mean, it's bad. I mean, we're all learning here and this is important. So I wouldn't feel flustered. We're all learning here, buddy.
oh, I know. It happens. I mean, there's times when your computer just does not want to play.
You know, in a week or so, you'll come back and say, damn it, look what I figured out. Hear how fast I went.
Yeah, exactly. I could almost write an action for that.
Well, you know, one of the things about the difference of the colors of those two pictures, I think, is the white too.
Yeah, the white's
white is-
brighter.
right.
Yeah,
And
let
I don't
me-
know whether you can try that with the white and that maybe that will pop the yellow and pop the blue looked okay, but the yellow didn't. But maybe that is what's causing the yellow to look so off, is because the white is just not white.
Okay, let me go back to sharing screen again.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Thanks for saying it better.
And
I
go-
don't know whether
Let's
I did.
bridge.
but-
I don't want bridge. Hang on. Unshare. Share.
I'm
Photoshop.
just glad there's not a swear jar on this program.
Well, it hasn't heard me swear yet, so I don't think, did I? Okay, here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Window, Arrange, Tile All vertically. And let's get rid of that, get rid of that. And I'm going to take the first one, which is the one we want to brighten up. And let's go to Adobe Camera Raw. So we'll hit Command or Control Shift A, which is Adobe Camera Raw. And let's go to white balance, auto, just for fun. And it didn't do a whole lot. Temperature looks a little bit warm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the white balance tool, go to the white and whiten it up a little bit, and it's still not there. Highlights, we're going to bring up shadows, bring them down just a little bit. Just kind of play there a little bit. Then we'll go to Color Mixer, and I'm going to click on this little tool where it says HSL right there, hue, saturation, and luminance. I'm going to click on that little dot. I'm going to click in the blue, and I'm going to go up with it, which will saturate it, suppose, because I'm on luminance. Okay. Let's do the saturation, bring the saturation up a little bit. Then we'll take the luminance, bring the yellows up just a touch. same with the saturation. So you can see you can play with that and go to your whites. And get the colors to match up a little bit that way. The blues just want to fight a little bit. Let's try a little bit of hue on that. And you can try match them up a little bit that way. We're a little bit closer now than what we were before. So we can go before and after. That's the original. That's after we did Camera Raw really quick, but still the blues are not coming up. So you're going to have to go in and adjust them as well. And hopefully the tool would work better. So eyedropper tool here.
A little more contrast, you could probably get pretty close to right on.
So we're going to
I'll
look
move
at
that.
6, 131, 239. So it's 6, 131, 239. Can you guys see where I'm getting the colors from right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So come over here, put a dot on there. And let's go to layers, curves. Click on my little hand there. Controller Command Shift, click inside that dot. Let's see what happens. Red should be 6 to 72. And if I click outside the box, it just disappears. And I don't know why it's doing that. Let's go ahead and put it at 6. Green should be 131. And blue should be a massive 239. 239. Command inverse on that and then brush it on. And it's still not really playing. Let's do 100%. It's not coming up to those bright tones like the other blues. So it would take a little bit more to match it up, but it's a little bit closer than where it was before, but not perfect. So basically all I can say is there's 10 different ways to do it. I need to find another way because this ain't working, but we will.
You know, I
Well, I
think you
really
did get it.
appreciate the try.
Yep. Dwight, you had something?
Yeah, I think you did get it. Just as I think where you did the sampling, your curve numbers may be a little different just by sliding it.
could
And I
be.
know you're sampling at 3x3. Maybe you sample with a larger sample size. I don't know if that makes a difference.
If I was going into an area that had a lot of noise and stuff, it would make a difference. Well, this got a little bit of noise there, but I think, yeah, you're maybe increase to 5x5 or 10x10, see what happens there as well. Basically keep fighting with it. Try that technique on your computer. It might work. Mine does not want to play with me today. Just one of those days.
My question
Well,
was,
I
this-
really appreciate you trying it.
No problem.
was this for a competition image or for a client or just something you're doing yourself?
It's for a client and I don't know whether they are really going to put all 4. So there's 4 images. There's 2 and 2, 2 similar and 2 similar. And I'm just thinking that maybe I just might do more of a diptych and have the 2 stand, the lighter ones stand on their own and then the brighter ones stand on their own, than trying to match it and not matching it up correctly. They're pretty massive. They're like 30 by 30.
Wow. That's huge.
Just
So-
change them all to black and white.
Dennis's answer to everything, black and white.
Well, that last adjustment that Michael made, it was really close. It seemed like if you did the increased contrast, it might have done more. It would have made the whites whiter and the darks darker, and it seemed like that's maybe all that was needed to
So we're
get
on,
it there.
make sure we're on the right one. Command Shift A, Control Shift A. There you go, black and white, Dennis. You happy? And why did it do that? That's bizarre. Okay. Let's go ahead, figure out where we're at. And I will,
Because you're on your mask channel, not your.
yeah,
layout
I'm on the
channel.
mask.
You're on the mask, that's why it went black and white.
Let's go to Camera Raw filter. There's always something that you can see where you're screwing up, and I screwed up there. So you wanted more contrast, so let's bump the contrast a little bit.
Bring in some more, yeah, make the blacks darker.
It's getting closer,
Yeah,
a lot closer.
This is a little strange question. I wonder if you took it into Nick and Vivesa and click that color point, and if you could change it to a color you wanted and then match all those colors up with the rest of them, that if that's an option. I know that's not through Adobe Raw things, but I'm just looking for an alternative method to help you out.
mhm.
Yeah, if you look
That
close,
looks-
you can see it's getting, well, I'm working on a small size image, so it's it's starting to pixelate a little bit there, which you probably would if I expanded that one too. Let's see, image size. Yeah, it's only 480 pixels, so not huge. But that's getting a little closer, I think.
Why don't you try to use the color picker on both of the blues to see how close they are? Objectively with numbers.
Okay, that one is 6, 131 and 237. We'll go over to this one and B for brush, option click. That's 0 red versus 6, 131 green versus 120, and 244 versus 237. So the blue's close, it's the green and the red that we got to take out a little bit of. But it's starting to get closer. The yellows are better, the blues aren't quite as blue, and the greens we haven't even touched yet, so. Let's see if we did greens a little bit, what would happen. So we'll go to color mixer, saturation, click on my little dot there. Yeah, the greens are just about maxed out. Bring them down a little bit, which helps bring the blue up a little bit too. Just taking the green out of the blue. So we're a whole lot closer there than when we started. That's not too bad. We're getting there.
Yeah, that's a lot closer.
That
Yeah.
looks really good.
It's because the whites, it's the whites that really changed it.
The whites and then the greens. I needed to take the green out of the blue on the left here because there was some green in there as well compared to the one on the right. So
What was it? What was this shot of? Can I ask?
It's a bunch of balls that I shot on a light table.
Kinds
That's
of balls were
interesting.
those? Glass balls, I guess?
Yeah, they're all different kinds of balls, yeah. It's for an interior designer.
What do they know about color?
So you had to torture me with that one, didn't you? Okay, next week, we have our choice of doing Photoshop party, or there is a program next week that's put on by Dave Cross and Company. I'm going to put the link into the chat for you. It's called Photoshop Summit. It's all week program and it's free. So you have your choice if you want to look at all their programs they got going on. It's going to be a variety of subjects. All you have to do is sign up and they'll send you a link to where to go on Monday through Friday. If you want to do that, or if you guys want to have a party, it's up to you.
I'm signed up for it myself, so, but for what it's worth.
That makes two of us.
Yeah,
I'll be watching all my time off. So I still need to learn a whole lot. So don't feel like the Lone Ranger when things go wrong for you.
They have some good instructors there, so.
They have some dynamic instructors there. I'm always happy to see their stuff. So say no Photoshop party for next week, and you guys can all go to the Photoshop Summit and watch what they do.
Okay.
And then the following
Sounds
week,
good.
the following week, I told Mel what we're going to do, and I don't remember what it is now.
Well, the week of the 16th, 17th is district judging. So are
Right.
you're not gonna hold it during district judging, are you?
I am not going to hold it during district judging. No. So we have next week is Photoshop Summit. The following week on the 10th, we'll do a program. Then on the 17th is district judging. The 24th, we can do it. The 31st, we can do it. And then we're in West Coast school, so we'll be off that week. So the week of the 7th of June, we'll be off for West Coast school. Unless I can talk my class into doing a Zoom program during the class time. We'll see.
Michael,
So-
would you post your Venmo account? I think it's Venmo that you have, right?
Yeah.
Your-
I have
is that like-
Venmo, I have PayPal. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Would you put in the chat your Venmo account? I'd like to send you a little something to thank you.
I do appreciate that. All the help is definitely happily taken. Okay, Venmo, where are you at? Venmo, drag it into Photoshop. We'll do this. Don't save. Do this. Don't save. Back to Zoom. It's in Photoshop. So let's go ahead and share screen. There you go. That is my Venmo account. I'll be happy to take all the money you want to give.
Okay.
You can scan that Venmo, screenshot it. The at Michael-Collins-549. Any of the above will work.
Okay. You should probably post that every time so that people.
I feel like I'm begging when I post that every time. So I don't like posting it every time. Every once in a while, somebody will send me a check or send me a Venmo or a PayPal, and it's very much appreciated. Believe me, it does help. Mel, were you listening when we said we're not doing one next week?
No.
Okay, we're not doing one next week. Then the following week, I think I told you something, but I don't remember what it was. You've been taking notes furiously all day, so.
Oh, you told me you weren't doing one on the 17th.
Right. We're not doing one next week either because of Photoshop Summit.
Okay, of course you're not doing it next week because I already set that one up.
Just change the date for the following Friday.
And the constant contact and everything else.
I know.
All right.
All
You're
right,
you're still doing the
right.
LUT table?
Yeah, we'll do LUT tables, lookup
Okay,
tables.
good.
Look
All
up
right.
color tables. So we can do that as well.
Okay,
Michael, my
got it.
screenshot didn't work. What was that at Michael Collins? At Michael-Collins what?
Michael-Collins-549.
549. And that's Venmo, right?
Venmo.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Or if you have a QR code reader, or even just take a picture with your camera, that should read the QR code that's up there. And that should work.
Okay, we got it now. Thank you.
Cool, thank you. Any other questions? In a couple of weeks, we'll do libraries in Photoshop, which I haven't ever touched on in this program, but we will do libraries, talk about how they can benefit you, and especially if you have to color match and do the same thing over and over again. Libraries are really cool. Along with, you can put fonts in libraries and all kinds of cool stuff. So a lot of fun stuff to do with that. And if you guys have suggestions, please feel free to send me suggestions. Again, West Coast School, West Coast School, West Coast School.
Right, I
Yeah.
like your backdrop. I just noticed it. Good shot, Michael.
Yeah, thanks, Dwight. I appreciate that.
You could have
Well,
been normal, Mike, but no,
When was the last time I was normal? That's all I got to ask.
not in my lifetime.
Okay, let me turn off the recording because I think we're still recording.